there, folks. Welcome to episode 84. 84, imagine that. We're still here, not arrested. And this is our little Christmas special. And as you can see, we bought a Christmas tree off Temu.
Elf on the shelf.
We just want to say a massive thank you, folks, before we go any further, to this week's episode sponsor, who is the Friars Rest. We want to thank Stephen and Davina up there for sponsoring me and Matt. They're actually very good to us.
The live show, they left out food and everything when we did the 24-hour live show.
Could we ring him now to get a lack of food then?
I'm fucking starving. He actually offered, Stephen did offer, but I turned it down because I'm struggling with weight at the minute. But
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. What do you call the things Mark comes in that keeps the food warm again?
Bambarees.
They landed down here with us when we were doing that 24-hour live with bambourines and bamboo sticks and everything. But a massive shout out to them.
I see Stephen and always come on the run with us too, and they've been on our team, like they're absolutely brilliant.
They're big into cars.
Brilliant. They just so much help.
See, when they seen us, like a wee podcast like us here doing well, they're no problem coming on, sponsoring and stuff like that there. So it's fucking a credit to them. And again, if you are looking for that dirty fish and chip with the gravy run there, it'd leave your fucking mouth.
Fish and chip with gravy. Put curry on it, man. Do you ever the chicken? Sorry. Actually, in the hot seat tonight is Bear Gamble. Before you want to know who this man is,
I don't work the Friars to go or anything. Like, just I'm not a chef or anything.
We're chatting with the Friars.
Maybe down here, like
We have the head chef of the Friars Rest here. No, that's true. But now, folks, I want to welcome our very special guest. We kept us very special Christmas episode for the man behind the Bear on 74, Mr. Bear Gamble. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on. Have we chat with us?
no bar.
What's cracks?
Definitely was nervous. I tried everything to get out of it, but no chance.
Don't be nervous, lad.
Look, it's nice to come down to you, meet just because I do follow you and see a lot of stuff you do. You seem like good crack. I'll make my mind up tonight whenever I'm finished. I'll let just know whenever I'm done. I might never want to see you again.
A lot of people say we are sound now when we're sleeping, but I don't know what they mean by that.
I don't know why,
But hey, we appreciate you coming down because you're a busy man too, to be fair. But
busy man.
it's great. It's great to have you in on our Christmas episode. What's happening, sir? What's the
all
story?
Good. We're finished up for the year now. So it's been a busy year, like so it is.
Busy, sir.
Busy, as I say, like whenever I started this, I never thought it would have grown to the way it's grown. It's just mad, like it just keeps on growing and growing every year.
Just the people listening, explain to us what the Bear on 74 is.
So the Bear on 74 is my nickname is Bear. Obviously, if you come to Lifford looking for me, I'll just tell you my name now, Keith Gamble. You wouldn't find me. Everybody just knows me as Bear. And my father was 74 when he passed away to the age of cancer. So that's where I come together, and for the 2 weeks he was left to live, we would have sat down. We always would have talked about it, but he was telling me that he raised over 40,000 for charity over the years. So we have a brother with special needs and stuff as well, and he's in the Shannon Hair unit in Ballbofay. So Daddy would have told me that, and I remember telling him before he passed away, I says, I'm going to beat your.
You're going to
your
continue
fighter.
it on.
I'm going to keep your name alive, but I'm definitely going to beat your 40,000. But sure, as I say, we definitely done that. We're up over 267,000 now at the minute.
Fucking incredible, that.
It's crazy, but it's funny when you're asking me this because you never really talk about it. Like you
just get on with it.
Just get on with it. It's just life.
Yeah.
It doesn't change who I am. I come from Crone Heights. I come from the housing site, and that's who I always will be. Lifford's the best way of putting it. And that's who I am. Like
It's good too because you were never coming on here, and we actually kind of dragged him in here, to be fair. So it's not like you're coming in here fucking dooming and glooming and what you're doing, stuff like that there.
Definitely, because I definitely thought about it, and I asked my partner and everybody, and they were like, "Why not, Gone? You deserve to be on it because you do a lot of stuff."
That's exactly what we thought.
Because we thought you don't want to come on because you don't want people, but you do a lot for charity. You need to be out there and recognised.
Like, and a lot of ones do know this, and all the boys on the car run because there've been no run without them. Once I get finished my run, it's just back to work again. It's back to normal because you can't run about your head up your arse and saying, "I done this, I done that." Sure,
you seem that way.
Once it's over, and I always will say this, no matter what. After 4 or 5 days, when you get the money and you hand over the check, and then another few days, it's on to something else. People forget. I don't mean they forget, but it moves on to something else.
Yeah.
No, your life doesn't stick on what you've done for that. You know what I mean?
I just want to bring it back. Actually, we were saying off camera, we had William Coyle on. And we get a lot of people saying this about William Coyle's episode, but how much they didn't know. When cool. Obviously, you do a lot online as well, your social media and stuff like that. People don't actually know the story behind it. And like even when you were saying there about your family and stuff like that there, even we didn't know it.
No.
That's kind of why this is important to us, because it's so good to get people on and let them tell their story to other people who don't know.
Like, and people think because they see us in big cars and stuff and all these people are all come from nothing and they all come into working men and they're all businessmen.
Yeah.
And they just love helping people. And nobody can ever take this away. Once they pull up their car show or pull up anywhere on the barrel, first thing they do, they want people sitting in their cars. They love it. They get a buzz from
The buzz
seeing
of it,
from people happy. Like.
Yeah.
So why cars? You always a car? Mad about cars?
Funny, I was always car mad, so I was, and growing up, hey, who doesn't love cars? And then I remember having a white Mercedes, and I'll say you first. I remember my father had an Astra back when I was 17. Wasn't the day or yesterday?
No.
And I got a new set of alloy wheels on it and Merton's tyres in Lifford, and I drove around the street. I was buzzing, and I hit every curb outside the gateway on the left hand side.
Put the tights in the
put the
back
tights
lights.
on me, and I
The
remember
tights
going
in the back lights.
I remember going up to Rafo, me and my friend, and we're going up to Rafo Road, and I passed a tractor, and I remember asking him, was I past it yet? So I was just starting out, but I went from an Astra then, and I was scaffold at the time, and I went into, I think I went to a Golf GT. Was a good car back then, so it was really like diesel Golf. And then I went to a DC5, and then that was just fell in love with it, love of cars. Then I went to diesel,
Right.
and then I remember in 2014, was it 15? I sold that then, so did. And then, hey, like nobody else, no better than anybody else, I went through a bit of a bad time in 2000, the end of 2014 on to 15. And I remember asking my moral then of money to get me wee girl toys for Christmas.
Jesus.
And that was my changing point in life, if you want to be honest with you. I never really said that to many people, but
It set something off.
it set to something off my head going, do you know what? I'm nearly 31 now, and I'm asking me more for them or money for toys for Christmas from Uyghur. And I give that money back, and that changed me.
What do you mean, like you went from a bad, like how did you go from?
But I was never like just working on stuff, and you just go down in lows in life, and you know what I mean. We're all human. Hey, there's nobody perfect, and I always say nobody's no better than anybody else in life, And then that was a changing point in my life, and 2016. Then I'll never forget it. The new Mustang was coming out, so I said to my partner, I says, "Gee, I would love to get that." And Tanya was like, "No, you're mad." I says, "I'm telling you, I would love to get that." I says, "We're going to look at that car." So I obviously had my Mercedes sold at the time, so I had a few pound there for the deposit. I'll never forget it. Went down on the Desmonds in Derry, walked in. All I wanted, my head was a red Mustang. I seen the red Mustang. That's all I wanted. Walked in. The salesman was brilliant. He walked in anyway. Sat down and told him everything, and I walked in and seen the yellow one. No, if I was one of the red one before I went down, because that's all I seen the posters. Went down and seen the yellow one. I was like, oh, that's my car. I was sitting underneath the lights. And I said to your man, I says, look, this is what we can do. Try and get us finance. No different from anybody else. Got us the finance. I was grand, put on for everything. So I said to my missus and the wee girl, Ellie, she was only about 2 or 3 at the time. So we have a car now, 10 years coming. So Ellie's just nearly 3.5. So I said, we'll go to the cinema. He says, I'll let you know how everything goes. So we're over in the cinema in Derry, sitting and watching the film, and the phone rung. And the next thing your man goes, hey, just let you know your finance passed. I said to her, get up, we're going. So we were going to lift. And your man, when I come outside and I rung him, and I was so excited, and he goes, you can't lift the car till Friday.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, fuck's sake, I could have watched the film and wasted money and left me popcorn behind me and all. But so that was grand. Down to lift the car on Friday, and we left on Friday, and the only place I wanted to go was 2 places, was underneath the Blue Bridge to hear the noise of the V8, and up to Smith's, or up to the shopping centre to get the wee girl a car seat. And if you want my honest opinion, just when I bought the car to start, because from Lifford and from Crown Heights, you get so much hate reach from some people. Just, I don't mean in a bad way, just jealous, but you know, that's just life, and it never bored me. So that was grand, and so obviously, anyway, we have a car wash in Lifford called Joe Soaps. So I opened that in 2011, and I named it after my father from day one, called Joe Soaps. So that's how that name come about. A lot of people didn't know that, but in 2017, my father said to me, he says, we'll do wee cars and coffee more. So we done a cars and coffee in Lifford. Never forget it. Went so well. With 30 cars, we were buzzing. I turned around and said to me, he says, we made a mistake. He says, we didn't do nothing for charity. We should have raised some money for charity. So I says, no, we'll do it next year again. So come on the next year anyway. 2018, we done one. And I always remember the story here because it's a touching story for me. 2018 we done it. And we done it for breast cancer, Galway. And we raised €2,555. I know it wasn't much, but it was for starting off. It was big. Yeah. So we give it to the girl Lifford, Mimi, anyway, and Mimi handed the money over to them, a check and stuff. And then just going fast forward on, so we done one in 2019. Then we done it for the Shanahair unit. It was over like 2.6. It was always getting a wee bit better all the time, but it was just funny. And coming into 2020 and COVID kicked in, so we couldn't do nothing that year. Then COVID come in 2021, was it?
20.
So we couldn't really do nothing 2020.
Yeah.
2021, COVID come in. I'll never forget it. And end October 2020, my mother, she got breast cancer. So I was like, fuck, this is like a reality check for life of everybody. So 2020, she got that. In May 2021, the end of May, coming into June, she got the all clear. And then daddy got cancer. And he got 6 months to live, 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks, and died 13 days later. So you can imagine what I was going through. So it was so hard, like, and it's just it's mad, like, they think your mom got the all clear, and we're all ringing the bell and buzzing, and your father gets it, and, like, just banging. It's the hardest time ever in my life, like, but you know what? I said to him sitting there, and I'm being a man, I just said, you know what? I'll keep your name alive. I'll just do it. And that's how the bear run come about.
Jesus, how do you fucking like? How do you stay? What age were you then?
What? So I'm 41 there now. So it's only literally 5 years ago. I was around
How do you
36, 37.
Like, see after that, how do you stay so like?
So if you want my honest opinion, I was so mad. Some of the stories, like that's what we're on here to talk about. Some as well tell you some of them. My father had a wee white Citroen Blingo van. Never forget it. When he died, I just couldn't come to work. I was after 4 or 5 weeks. I just went, nah, not for me. Don't want to go back. And the boy started encouraging me. He says, go back, go back. So it was grand. I'll tell you another story before I come to that one. The boys, pal, but he says, come on, for about a week later, they says, come on out for a drink. And I went down and I had 2 or 3 pints, and I said, nah, not for me. Just wasn't right. And I come up, I'll never forget it, and I got off a taxi at the end of the road to walk over to the house. My phone started ringing. And just after my father, 10 days dead, my father's name came up on the phone. What? My mother was sitting in the house at 1 o'clock in the morning, messing with my father's phone and pushed me by mistake.
Jesus Christ, you freaked out there.
Shivers up, you sir.
Oh, tight. And then she hung up like and whatever, and I rung her, and I knew what I'd sort of in sync, you know yourself, but
it would have been worse if you had more pints in you.
it's mad.
I know if you're a wee bit drunk.
Mad, just to think that.
Fuck.
So then, we move on. Then I went on a wee bit too far, but then I'll go back to 2020, and so I was 10 years in business. My father was gone. It was hard to do. What do you do? So we said, you know what? We'll just do a car show. I think then that was really started. People go. So, no, the support we were starting to get then. So we done it for Donegal. Just looking at it here, we done it for Donegal Hospice.
Yeah.
And we done it. We were 10 years in business, and never forget this story. We were 10 years in business, and we raised something like €9,200 that day, just in the cars and coffee. And Patterson's Kitchens made it €10,000. So it was 10 years in business, €10,000.
Brilliant.
Class.
Up from $2,000.
So
up to
that was
10.
grand, and I always touch a story. So family don't mind me talking about him, I'm sure. But a young fella called Rocco. Do you remember him from
Rocco,
Buncrana?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So that day, and we knew Rocco was sick. So I messaged the father and told him to come up, and then he landed up that day, and I met him, a lovely young fella. I says, you pick any car you want here today now, and I'll get you driving it. Well, he walked around for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, he come back, and he goes and pick that black Lamborghini, and I went, oh, Jesus. What a car he picked. And I wasn't too sure of these boys, because we just started to get him.
Yeah.
But Paul Hardman, he was R Kings at the time, him and Mark, R Kings.
Yeah.
I said to Paul, sprint him, I said, the young fella's sick. Oh, no bar, get him on the car. Took him out the road in the car, and the young fella didn't forget that, right? But then, obviously, young Rocco passed away, so sad. Never forget this. Rocco always wanted the 488 Ferrari, right? He wanted to run the red 488 Ferrari. This is mad how his story happened. So we left in. Rocco passed away in his father, and we had contacted me. He says, look, we'll just lead the funeral. No, we never done nothing like that before. He said, would you lead the funeral? Message in the WhatsApp group, a couple of boys come together. But by the time we got down, they turned at his house to come around, right? I was the second or third car back, whatever happened. We were leaving, and we were going through. And what car was behind Rocco in his funeral? The red Ferrari, the whole way through Buncrana. It wasn't set up, it wasn't planned, because if anybody, it should have been me behind, because I was organising. But no, it was Ronan behind him in the Ferrari, and it was just mad to see it.
Mad, ain't it?
It's mad.
God love him.
So a lovely young fella too.
Yeah, he
like,
was
sad,
good
and
soul.
family, sad in the family too, and the family are good people. Like,
You've seen it in the county actually when I passed. It was like you seen it. It meant a lot of
so
people.
what was that? That was 2020, 2021. Then we went on then, and we done. So obviously then the head started thinking. So I says, you know what? I've done my cars and coffees. I've done my car shows. So what else could I do? When it starts growing, you just have to let it keep growing. So I said, you know what? I'll start up the Bear Run 74, memory of my father. That's where it come out of. And we done our. I'll never forget it. And I always tell this story. Hey, set it up in November time. We were doing our first one, the Bank Holiday May. We always keep it Bank Holiday May. And I had it all set up. You know, they sent out the invites for the boys. And I said to the woman, like, I don't know what's going to happen here. First one I sent out was a boy, Nigel Scott. He won't mind me calling him out, like, but he just messaged me back and he had a Ferrari at 1-2 super fast. And he says, "I'm on." I was jumping about the house, like,
Fucking hell.
and it was just mad.
Some
And
cars in it now.
it went from 25 cars the first year. Second year we went up to 45 or 40 cars, and now every year since the last 2 years we capped it at 74 for the number of my followers,
Wow,
and we
right.
have 40 to 50 cars on standby every year, maybe 50.
Trying to get on.
Trying to get on.
Waiting list.
Waiting list. And it's not a waiting list, it's just I don't want to go for the number.
Yeah.
And why I didn't go for the number is because the people on the trip say it's more
It's a
enjoyable.
bit messy, maybe.
It's a bit messy. When you're going to 2-3 different hotels in
Yeah.
the one place, it's just a bit messy.
You must have been close with your father.
Aye, well, the best way of putting it was, you're always your father, you love him, you always hang, but I was always way scaffolding and I always would have done the doors, so I never would have spent much time with him. And then whenever the recession came in 2010, everything dried up. So I started up a car wash and I worked every day with him. And if you want to ask me honest opinion, if I was to live life again, I would never work every day with him. I don't regret it, but it's hard when it goes.
Oh, 100%.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
guess
have the same feeling for that car wash that I used to have, but I still do it because
100%.
it's memories and I
Becomes your
need money
best
for my
friend.
family and life, like, you know what I mean?
It becomes your best friend.
Becomes your best friend on it, like. But
Aye.
this is mad. I forgot to say this one. You can imagine your father passing away, and he passed away the same day as my daughter's birthday.
Jesus.
And my daughter rung me up morning at 9 o'clock. She's, Daddy, you're not going to wish me happy birthday. My father passed away at 2:14. And this is mad. I'm going to put this on me tonight. That's the first time I've wore his watch.
His
Watch
watch?
on him.
His watch. That's his watch the time he died. And that there's 4.5 years now old. I never had it on me.
Jesus.
But if I'm going to, like, say if we're going to book hotels or anything, I always take it with me. I never
Yeah.
wear it. I just take it with me because it's just a wee.
Just
Nice,
a wee
eh?
thing to
thing.
have.
I'll put it on tonight. I said to my missus, I'm putting that on tonight. And
Putting
I
it
just,
on. Because you're going to chat about
I'm
it.
just going to talk about him. It's
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
It sends a shiver up your spine. Like.
It's fucking mad the way everything kind of.
It's mad when you hear it, doesn't it? It's
Like-
mad now, me getting it off my chest, because I've never
Yeah.
talked to anybody like this before
Yeah.
about it. Nobody ever wants to sit that long and
My,
listen to me.
my mum died.
Same with him.
My mum died in the third. My dad died in the third. And my daughter was born in the third.
That's mad.
Not the same months now, but they're all died in the
Like
three.
my brother's wee girl, Chantel, she's the same day. She shares the same day as birthday as my father, and then he died the same day as my daughter. Or no, a birthday. My daughter was 9, so you imagine my daughter ring me going, "Oh, daddy, you not wish me happy birthday," and having to ring her back 10 minutes later and say, "Here, look, your
Grandis
day."
Grandis passed away. Like,
Sad,
Jeez,
it's
it's
mad.
sad.
So then we done that. We done that one. We done in Derry 21. We were with the mayor. It was good fun. So it was. We done that with Graham. Graham was a big help to get the bear run up and going. Like he was brilliant. Like he pushed it on. You can't
Who's
take
Graham?
it away. Graham Work used to be mayor in Derry back
yeah.
at the time in 21. Good fun. Like so, he was real
Yeah.
good there down there fella. Then 22. We done it in 22. Who did we do it for? In 22. We done it for Little Angels.
Little Lane's a good school.
No, not Little Angels. Sorry, Angel Wishes. Sorry,
Angel
Angel
Wishes,
Wishes. They're up in Maui. So what Angel Wishes is about people that get sick, like kids get cancer and stuff. They're like bring you out in like a respite for a house. That's what it's set up about. So the woman runs it, real lovely woman, but she lost her 2 children when she was younger. So it's just a way of keeping her memory going too
yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
and keeping things going. Never forget it. We done anyway. So saying the first bear run we raised €12,200. The next bear run was in 22. We done the next one. We ended up with 25 and a half, 26 grand. But the boys in the bear run, they're so helpful. Like they just go, right, we'll make this 30. And they all, like we're in a WhatsApp group and he's like, make it 26, 26.5, 27, 27.5. But they don't want their name mentioned. They're just they're not doing it
That's
for
when you know.
publicity. That's
That's
when
when
you
you
know
know.
they're good people. Like. So that was grand. Anyway. We got it up to €30,000. Never forget this. So this is my second year doing it. So I phoned the girl and I says, look, I have €30,000. She couldn't believe it. She said, are you driving the whole way up the Moy? She said, I'll try and get you somebody within the area that's sick. Maybe just go and present the check. Because whenever we do it, we love in the next 2-3 days, get it over. Once you get the picture of the check, it's all done then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's over. Eh?
So that was the next thing. And then she sent me a postcode. I put the postcode on. 3 minutes from my house. And I'm going, no way. So I'm with my woman, I said, Tanya, this is Ellie was there, and this is 3 months. She goes, Daddy, there's a wee boy called Shay. He's only turned 12 or 13 at the time, he's sick. And I was like, he's got, am I right or wrong saying this leukemia, is that the blood one?
Blood,
Right? So, and I found out and contacted them more. She says, you're going to have to come over yourself because nobody's allowed in the house. And I'm all built up and I'm working, I'm going, how am I going to walk into this house? Like, I've been honest with you as a man, like, I had lumps in my throat. And I was going, how am I going to walk into this house? Like, and just, I don't know what to say. And I brought the car over and brought over the check and all. Brought him over sweets and stuff. Walked in, sat down on the sofa. The mother and the father was there. And he was sitting there and I was over in another chair. And And I was like, oh, how are you? And the Morris, like, she started crying. He goes, Mommy, I told you not to be crying. He says, I didn't ask for this. You didn't ask for this. I might be away from my friends for about a year. He says, but I'll be back out playing again.
Jeez, that's headstrong.
And I
Holy
went, I
fuck.
looked at him like that, and I went, hey, sir, you've made this easy for me. I said, see, when you're older, you're going to help people. You're going to be helping people with this here. And he says, all I want from you, he says, as whenever I get better, he says, would you take me for a run in the car?
Yeah, right.
I says, I will, surely. That's just mad, even now I'm coming on this story. So I was out washing cars one Friday. As you do, you're a grumpy head, and you sometimes you'll be in bad form. You're standing out in the cold. Looked around at the car behind me, and here I could see this wee boy in the passenger seat, but I could see the Muller driving, and I was like, that looks like shit. So I dropped the hose and went back, and he was sitting on the Muller, put down the window, and looked out at me, and a full head of hair. And he goes to me, he says, I told you whenever I get better, I'll come and see you, take me in the car. And I said, I promise you I'll take you in the car. And I said, I was having a shit day, I'm not having a shit day now.
Okay.
So I went on that night and
Fucking
lifted him and took him for a run in the car, and then took him out around Lifford, and he loved it.
Brilliant,
He loved it.
sir.
And he's
that's just-
he's still doing well
he's
now.
flying now. Flying. He comes to the car shows now and all.
We
Class.
shout out to
He just
Shay.
loves. I give him a wee shout out there.
Shout
Shay, he's
out.
lovely
Shay,
wee guy.
good man.
So he is.
Shout out to Shane, right? Bear, I wanted to ask you, see, when I was younger too, I love cars.
Aye.
Like, I was big into cars and stuff like that there. You run around with cars and stuff like that. But the car scene today, than it
That's
was-
crazy.
Like, that it was 20, 10, 15, 20
Aye.
years ago, is nothing compared to what was back then, I think.
Nothing now.
You know, whenever you used to fucking tour about and stuff.
Ah, but
and-
then see, this is what we always say, and all these boys too, and these big supercars say, just because you see them boys in a Ferrari or Lamborghini or McLaren, well, some young boy and he's like, we'll say he's Bora or whatever, he thinks the same as that as them boys do.
Oh,
That's their
100%.
pride and joy. Like,
The
and
love
that's-
of it, like.
The
Oh,
smoke,
aye.
the smoke hanging out
But
of it.
then,
Now, I don't know about lying under the back of the exhaust and putting your face people. Like, I'm not going to go down that road. Like, but I'm only saying they have the same love.
oh, aye.
Yeah.
And they probably wash it and clean it as
Quite
much
as much. And as I always say, no matter what you see somebody with, it doesn't matter. Everybody's got their own struggles. Like,
Oh,
like
aye.
I'm not knocking it, but all them boys in them cars, don't get me wrong, they're probably wealthy people, but I'm sure they've got their problems too. Who doesn't?
Everybody's
We're only
problems.
human, like.
Nah, just because you're driving a Lamborghini doesn't mean you don't have problems.
Oh, 100%.
How do you
Fuck.
feel about young people getting a lot of stick over cars?
What do you mean?
Like recklessly driving and stuff like that and causing accidents and stuff like this? Because I hear a fucking lot of it in the radio, but I'm an outlook
Like,
where...
I'm not going to judge nobody, like, but at the end of the day, like, as I'm going to say here, to be honest, the truth, like, we work with the guards and the police, and there's no issue with them. They're always there to help us. And like, I have to give a call out to Catherine. She's a community guard in Lifford, and she's absolutely brilliant. She's everywhere. Like, I told her we were going to deliver 1,000 Letterkenny. She was there in the car, the whole way the lights on, the Letterkenny, take us down.
So that's brilliant.
And that's
isn't
what
it?
it's all about. 'Cause,
Oh, aye.
Exactly.
and I'm going to ask, I said this to Catherine, and I'll say it today again. Whenever I was growing up young, when you seen the guards, you would have fucking run like fuck.
Aye.
100%.
See now, she comes to our car show, she mixes with the people, and the wee boys are down the street, and they go, I seen you at the car show. So that's,
It's a
that's
community- a
interacting.
community thing,
Some-
like.
I think it's a good thing. Like,
Aye, it's a community
The
thing.
same
yeah.
with you, but you were running away from the guards
What was I?
when you were younger.
you wouldn't run down, you'd be caught.
I know why.
He's even laughing at
You know
Sorry.
what? Bear knows I was injured.
Clip
Pull the muscle, clip that, take it out.
Marty's off season.
This is my off season. I pack on the weight here now.
Aye, so
Oh,
where else?
brilliant.
What else did we go in? That was 23, and then 24 last year we done it for Bumblelands. They're brilliant. Like,
Incredible.
I'll never forget it. So Brian's like the head boy. He runs the whole thing. So here's me ringing them and going, hey, we're going to do this charity fee. I no bar. He lands down himself. He lands on the Shipkey Street in Derry, and the whole place is this jam of cars. He looked at me and he goes, I didn't know it was going to be like this. You know, it was so funny. Like,
Yeah.
but, like, and then just took it from there then. Then 24, then we went to, what do you call, Everton Square. It was brilliant. Had the start line there. But I like changing it about,
Aye.
moving around.
You have to.
And then 24. 23 was 23. Sorry, I'm wrong. 23 was Shipkey Street. 24 was this year in Balbafay, in Bumblelands.
No, 25 is this year.
25 this year. We're done in Bumblelands this year
Oh,
again.
Bumblelands, did you?
Aye.
Yeah.
Bumblelands is brilliant. Like,
Aye, it's good
Oh,
charity.
no,
Yeah.
sorry, it was last year. Sorry, we done it. Then this year we done for Bumblelands. Next year we're picking Bumblelands again because they're absolutely brilliant.
He's going to pack next year. Aye.
Aye, so we're out next year again anyway. So on the the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of May. So we're coming to Donegal again, and we're heading different routes this time. So it's going to be Donegal. We're heading to Kilkenny for the weekend, or Kilkenny for the Saturday night, and then back up into Nason on the Sunday and stuff. So,
Do you keep it that bank holiday weekend?
I would try and get out of the bank. See, trying to get hotels is a disaster.
Oh, I would say, yeah.
Disaster.
it?
No
That's-
problem. No problem. The Sunday and the biggest problem you have is weddings on the Friday and Saturdays.
Ah,
Every
yeah.
hotel's the same.
Nah.
Like we have to. Like I've
Years in advance.
8 months now, and now anymore now I'll have to do it. This less hassle there.
Do you know what, Bear? To be honest, we seen the toy appeal you done for Christmas. Obviously, you brought the toys up to Letterkenny hospital, and we were watching the videos and all that there, and we were sitting watching. We were like,
It's mad.
like I swear to
mad.
God, as you say, like as grown men, we're like we can't even imagine what them kids like how them kids felt. But then we were thinking how you felt after doing that.
When
And if you did see it on TikTok, we actually clipped it and put it out there, and it got a lot of traction. But the feeling we got over, like we're like, that's incredible.
Like when we done the first one was in 21. I done the first one, the toy appeal. I'd say I went out with 30, 40 toys. That's all I had. And I think I still had about €800. And then the next year we done it. Then it went up to, I think it was with €1,300 and about like a band of toys. Yeah. And then the next year we done it was 23. It grew again. See, 24 last year. 23 we done Ward 6 down in Derry Hospital. That was brilliant too, going down and seeing the kids. Like, but same again, it's hard because when I went down, I wanted to see all the children. Not just wanted to see them, but there was, I think it was something like 25 children in the ward, and only one could come outside. The rest were at sick. And so
that
like,
shows you.
we don't have bother in away times.
Yeah.
No.
That was grand. Then done that, and then I was like, you know what? We'll do Letterkenny. It was last year, so we done Letterkenny, and Letterkenny was the hardest one for me because when we done Letterkenny, we're down. We brought the boys come down in the car, so it's good for them too because they get down to see what's going on. Landed down. I have to say they were brilliant. They had everything organised, took us in, tea and sandwiches, met all the consultants, the doctors, the nurses, their families, everybody, kids getting pictures. It was absolutely brilliant. But I'll never forget this. This was last year and this year. But last year when I come out to leave, all the boys were like hugging me and saying, "No, Bear, happy Christmas and good year." And I says, "Boys, take you look up at that one there." I says, "We're going home to our families. They're not." You know what I mean? And that was hard. That was hard.
How did you feel coming out there?
So this year was mad because when you went down this year, we went down and we had so many toys. Like, and when we went down to leave all the toys in, and it was the same again. I come out, but sorry, when I was in there first, this fella come over to me. I don't know his name, but he came over to me and he said to me, he says, "Hey, can my son get a picture of you?" And it's mad, like, because when people ask you for a picture, I'm like, I'm from Lifford, like, you know what I mean? Usually on Crime Watch or so, they want a picture of you, but you know what I mean? Like, and they want to get a picture of you, and I'm like, it's cool because it is nice. It's a nice feeling, like they get. And the next thing the boy come over and get a picture in the flowers to me. He said, "I want to thank you." And I says, "Why?" So my son is on here the last 2 to 3 weeks. He says, and this morning he knew us were coming. He says, but he wouldn't get out of his bed. And he says, "Daddy, I don't feel well today. I'm knocking down. Don't ask me." So the father was really upset because he knew we were coming with toys and we're coming with cars. And he says the wee boy, he felt so bad. He says the next thing about 12:10, he heard the noise of the cars when he jumped up and looked out the window and he just took off running.
No way.
And he forgot about what he was sick. You know, he just forgot about that sickness for half an hour, 20 minutes, and we give him a big Lamborghini car. Like, and I'm sure he still has it, and they always remember it from us.
Yeah,
that's nice, isn't it?
It gives the kids something to smile about too. This
mad,
bad time of year.
But you know what? And sitting here and probably forgetting about some of the stuff, but we've done some stuff you just forget about so much. You know.
Because you're always doing charity.
That's a good thing.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't love in the moment. I don't love in the past. I just batter on to the next one. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. You just do it. You know what I say to people? Like, if you've got that good following, a good wee bit of power now to do it, why not just do it? And the boys all love it. The boys just love it. Like.
When I seen you coming out, I was like, fuck, that must be some feeling.
So you're asking me that? Sorry, when I come out then, like, and see when William interviewed me, I've sat here and I will tell you, I had a lump in my throat. And
you must have felt very good, obviously.
You do get a brilliant buzz off it, but it's just hard for me. I'm going home knowing that them Waynes are sick and children. You're going home to your children, and it's not just the children; it's the parents too. It's hard for the parents, like, you know what I mean? Like,
everybody involved, like
parents, like. And then this year has been hard, like, because I know a lot of people see me and see doing all these events and think, "Oh, wow, it's class," but it does hit me too, like for an instance there, like Gary McCullough, remember that Hamlin, like, Jesus, like, I get on so well with Kristen, like, and I'm not going to sit here and say we've seen him every day of the week, but he just loved the bear run, and he was to come to May to come up there and thing. I took him to his confirmation. You seen that, did you? I took someone up the house, left him for his confirmation surprise. He come out, he was smiling, married our ears, his feet, whatever, and he had sunglasses on him, and he was cool as dude ever, and loved the car, right? So we landed up on him and took him up to the chapel, and that was hitting. And then he was to come to the bear run this year, May, but he took sick. But we gave him a wee call out on Facebook in the bear run, and he loved it. He says, "Daddy, look," he was lying in the hospital, and he was going, "Daddy, look, they're." So that was grand, and then I'll never forget it. Then he took sick, but I didn't know how sick he was. They wanted so what happened was I was down the car wash working, and Colin Kilpatrick phoned me and he says, there's a girl from Rafo. She says she's collecting a wee few bits and pieces for a wee guy from Rafo. He's sick. Do you mind giving him something? I says, who is it? He says, Kristen McCullough. I says, Jesus, no problem. So the girl landed in the next day and never forget it. And I give her jumpers and wee lanyards and stuff. And I said, what's the story? How is he? Because I didn't know. And he goes, oh, he's pretty ill. I was like, what? I was like, my brain started clicking. I was like, right, we have to do something for his family. Because that's, people don't see, whenever a child takes sick, it's so sad. But it's not that you can ring up your mortgage company or ring up your finance company and go, hey, my kid's sick, can you cancel or hold everything on hold?
Oh,
No chance.
Life goes on.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Life goes on. So
100%.
that's where we come in and go, right, well, if I've got the thing, I'll make it a bit easier. So I says, right, you know what? We'll do, I says, you know what? We'll do a spinning. No, sorry, first. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I says, we'll set up a spinning thing in the gym. We want a gym in Lifford as well, family run business. So he says, we'll set up a spinning day for him. So next thing I get a message on Facebook from this guy called Stephen O'Reilly. Stephen Riley, you know Stephen? Balbafay? O'Reilly Sports. So he sent me a message and I was like, fuck, send me your number. So I rang him. I thought he was going to give me money or something, but there was no chance of that. But anyway, he said to me, he says, look, I know Kristen, I know Gary well in the family and all. He says, look, sir, we're thinking about doing up a jersey. Would you be getting involved with us? I says, hey, happy days, let's do it. And we ended up and we went back and forward and me, Christian, was class because we wanted to get the jersey done and get the jersey out before anything happened to him. But it didn't happen. We were launching the whole thing, I think, on whatever day, 2 days before he passed away.
Oh, Jesus
so it was so hard for us. And then the father was like, boys, you just put so much effort in that. And Christian actually pucked the t-shirt. Yeah, so Gary pucked the one, we've done 2 different t-shirts. Gary pucked the wrong one. Me, Stephen and Eileen, we pucked the right one.
Right.
And Christian, the one Christian wanted. So we all pucked that one. But then we said, Gary says, can you just go ahead and make it because I would hang. And then we put the crest on it here. He's
I see the top.
Hey, they flew out. Like I think we ended up giving them over $7,000 or something. It was absolutely brilliant. Like. And then we done a charity spin down in the gym for them, hey, and it was over another $6,000 or something. It was brilliant. Like. And the money doesn't come on it. Do you know what I mean? Money doesn't come on it.
It does not.
It's just hard. Like, and such a lovely unfold. And like, it's not to say, Gary takes me last day and I was up in Balbafay and I come back down through him and out to his grave. And I don't like going to graves that often because this brings back memories a lot. Like, and I went to his grave and he's a car there. His father made a bench with a car. Do you see it? Did you?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, that's class. The father made a bench with loving Christian, memory of Christian, and he's a Mustang. And he said it.
He does not.
So that meant how much the car meant to the unfold. Like.
I know.
And I'll never forget the day Gary and Eileen asked me to lead his funeral up through Rafo. And I was like, I know bar, but when I left Gary's house, I said they live out in the country, and I come over to the end of the road, and there's 6 or 7 people, and they're like standing there, and I turned right, and I was like, this is mad. Like, I just got a wild, it's mad to say this, but I got this, then I was grand, so I was driving up under Rafo, but as I went under Rafo, there was just hundreds and maybe thousands of people standing in lines of the street, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was just all clogged up, and the streets was just so silent, nobody spoke, nobody done nothing, and the noise of my cars, all you could hear going through Rafo Street. And then Gary called out my name and how much Kristen loved the bear run. That just done it for me then. So, and I went home that day, and I'll never forget it now. I'll say this: I got the same feeling of tiredness and burnt out that the day after my father died. Not drained, just drained, like just emotional, knowing there's such a lovely young fella that never done nothing to nobody, didn't get really to live his life potential, and then this, like, you know,
it makes you wonder too.
It makes you wonder.
Hey, it's mad. I don't know that, like, but it's mad the impact.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's mad. Like, what I'm trying to say to you, I come from fucking getting finance, passing the Mustang, leaving me popcorn behind me to this.
Do you
know what I mean? Like, going on years later, like, and it just keeps on growing. And we have over 20,000 followers. Like, every month you get maybe 45 million views. People viewing the cars and pictures and videos, but we just don't make it all about cars. We make it about everybody. Make it about everybody, like, you know.
Yeah, you see some of the stuff online as well. Some of the runs and stuff. It's good crack. It's good crack and stuff. Laughing.
What I've done this year, what I've never done before, is done live videos talking when you're traveling from place to place. People love that because you're updated and they're waiting on you to come.
I seen that when you were going down through the country.
Like, and we met an hour good fellas that pushed it on Strato and Rab. Like, you ever see them guys? They do
TikToks and stuff.
Good crack. Hey.
Were they at the? I was at the show in Lifford, the Greyhound.
That's them. They were running about in the boat, or running about in a wee bath.
And the wee bath. They were on the.
But that's what I'm saying. Real good characters like myself too, and they just love helping. No, they do their stuff in their community, but they're coming up and no problem at all.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
And even this year, like, we met Nadia. Like, you have to give her a call because she wouldn't be happy if I didn't. But like, everybody see Nadia and see, like, selling these cars and thinks this and that. Yeah. She's one of the most loveliest girls you'll ever meet. Like, you know, just bear run this year, and then she come down to the car show, and then she invited me up to her opening day, and so many big TikTokers there.
She was
I
at
didn't even know who half of them was. Oh, jeez, I was here last night.
Big shout out to Nadia.
She was at the one in Lifford actually. So right, very
Hopefully
good.
now, Nadia, you might give me a car half price. They'll call out her name. You never know.
You meet one too, a
Nah,
bike
but
maybe.
Nadia and Owen are two genuine people. You know when you
very
meet,
good.
you know when you meet
You
genuine
know-
people,
you
you
know
just know there's
yourself.
no point saying no different. Like,
Fair play to them, hey, and if she wants to sponsor next episode, she's got a wee message.
On that note, we're gonna take a wee break here. I'm gonna take a piss, and we shout out to Gary and the family. We're thinking he's at Christmas without young Christian, is it?
Aye.
Big shout out
Sad,
to Gary.
like-
Sad time of year for us, and we're all thinking on you. We're gonna take a wee break here. I'm dying for a piss. Welcome back to episode 84 of our Christmas special. Our special guest, Bear Gamble, is here to tell a story about all his charity and all that. I want to give Stephen and Davina a big shout out in the Friars Rest. They always give us plenty of support and they give us food too, which we fucking should have got tonight. Are you starving?
I might go
There's
here
them.
after we finish.
Yes, he's going to get a cheesy crowd chip with bacon and red sauce on it. All right. Come here. What was I going to say there? Do you think doing charity has changed you as a person?
No, it wouldn't change me as a person. I wouldn't say no. Definitely hasn't. It does not. Nothing changes me, to be honest with you. If anybody knows me, just know I'm just who I am.
Yeah.
Like, I wash cars, and a lot of people would look down at you because you wash cars. Like, and I know it might sound mad, like, but that's the reality of it. Like, you know what I mean? And then they see you in the Mustang, they were like, "Oh, geez, who are you?" Or what? You know what I mean?
He washes cars. How do you do that?
Like, I remember.
Look at the ride,
Probably. I remember a boy saying to me before when I had the car, and he was like, "Oh, it's one of the new Mustang, that's class. Never seen one before. What do you do for a living?" I said, "Wash cars." "How do you afford that?" He said to me. I was like, "Fucking hell!" I'm finance to me.
Finance.
Finance. Me and my missus is in finance.
My toothbrush is finance too.
I was going to ask you for petrol money, but definitely not now. But I wouldn't let it change me. Like, why let it change you? Because then that's when people start turning against you, and don't just be who you are. And
Genuine, aye.
Keep doing it. Do what you do, and no.
But did it
don't
change
get me
your-
wrong. I can enjoy it. I do enjoy it. No, I do enjoy it. It is like hard times because there's a lot of work on it too. Like, you know what I mean? There is a lot of work.
You're busy enough, like.
You're busy enough.
How do you pick the charities?
That's what I say. We have 30 different charities done. There are not too many people's 30 different charities done. People
Fuck
usually
us.
always stick around the one or two, but
Sorry, just before you go on, how long is the bear run going now?
just since 2021, my father passed away. So my
30 charity
2022 is our first one in May. No, sorry, I was so we done like we done that one in Galway in 2018. What do you call our one? Shanahan Unit 19. So we only had about 2 or 3 done before the bear run started.
Right,
So we were sitting with we're probably sitting with about 6 or 7 or maybe 10 grand, and then the bear run kicked in, and this just went mad. Like, as I say, it's sitting now at €267,966, and then over 7,000 toys delivered at Christmas time to the kids.
Unreal.
Me,
It's
yeah,
unreal.
it's-
It's mad when you ask me because I never really.
I never really think of it.
Sometimes I do a post and look and I go, fuck that, but it's not the
when you
same.
say
Like.
it.
Some
It's different
don't.
when you say it, aye.
It's different when you say it to someone. Like,
But hey, it's incredible, hey. It's I don't actually think you know how incredible it is, to be honest.
well,
I think you're thinking too much on what you're going to do next.
that's always the way. But I always think it's always like it's mad. Whenever I do something, I always do this. But I might sound mad, but I always be thinking the year after.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit.
But I don't bother me because
I want to ask you a question. You can answer it if you want. How's your mental health?
mine,
Aye.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, aye, good.
You're
It's
a lot
just-
of you're a fucking thinker, like.
I'm batters. That's what I mean. It's just, and do you know what? I don't ever want to talk about this. No, I don't want to talk about it. I've helped so many people with mental health.
Yeah.
You know, and that's stuff I don't put on social media. That's stuff I don't tell anybody about.
Yeah.
I've helped so many people, and these people's probably going to see this podcast and go, "Hey, he's telling the truth."
That's
You
good,
know what I
man.
mean? No,
That's
I've
good.
helped
No,
them,
but
and I've helped them and get off drinking, get off everything, like, and it's just, you know. But don't get me wrong, I'm not the answer to everything. You know what I mean? But I can try and talk to them. And
fuck if you help. one
everybody's went through experience and bad times and stuff.
That's
You
it,
know?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, here's another one. I'll always say this, and I hear you guys talk about mental health and suicide and stuff, and all that's hard. Like, was it your
Best mate there.
best mate done it? Like, and it's hard. Like, and you know, I have friends there too with it before. Like, it's hard. But one of the things I really looked into, and it's because we own the Railway Gym in Lifford and stuff. You run the gyms and stuff. Is this guy come to our gym? They started training, like, and he's an Indian guy. He's really lovely fella, like. And I said, "Then would you do?" He's mad. He's big, like. And I said, "Would you do PT with me, like?" We got there, and he was like, "Aye, but you have to go and get your bloods done." And I was like, why should I want PT? And he says, but I want to see how everything looks.
Fuck.
So he made a good point to me, is right. And this is mad, and this is a few people since that I've put onto this, and I know it's true. You'll see a lot of people suffering. They think they're tired, they're depressed, everything's going wrong in their head. You know exactly. Not saying exactly what it is. I'm not saying that's the answer to everything, but a lot is to do with people's hormones. Your hormones should be reading between, if I'm right or wrong saying this, should be 7.8 to 27. And a lot of people's is a lot lower, and that's why you're so tired, so drowsy, and you think there's no way out. I know it might sound mad, but if you're feeling low, any man out there, just take it from me, try it, go and get your bloods done.
You can get hormones injected. I know about it.
And go to the doctor. I have a friend that
They can give
went
you
to the doctor.
hormones,
The doctor
aye.
has done and give it to them. Look, I don't want to be knocking on the doctor. You go to the doctor and you're saying you're feeling down. They're not going to do this. They're not going to tell you that. They're just going to maybe give you tablets. Say here. I'm not being ignorant, but I'm just saying what I see.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're not being
You know,
you're
just telling you what I think, what I know, what I've seen, and then go and get your bloods done, because if your hormones is below 8, just say 7.8 to 8, below 8, then that's when you start feeling shit. And you go to the doctor, and the doctor will help you, and I can guarantee your life will change, because I know a fella there recently has went through the same thing, and he's a different fella. He's
Gives
up,
you energy boost,
up
remember?
every morning looking to go to work and sleeping better at night and just overthinking. He's thinking now he wants to work, do you know what I mean?
Did he think before that he had bad mental health?
Bad mental health.
Hormones a
Mad.
big thing, yeah.
Hormones is your biggest problem. I'm not saying it's the answer to
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
don't
Oh,
get me wrong, I'm
everything,
not
you know.
saying that, but I'm saying it's a big factor.
Yeah.
So any man out there is thinking this, you go and get your bloods done.
Jesus,
And
yeah.
if you meet me in the street private, you can say to me, I think, or you can message me private and say, thanks for that.
Fuck,
I'm not
brilliant.
saying it's the answer.
Yeah.
But I know it's a lot.
Could help
lot,
somebody.
A
It's
lot,
funny,
a lot of
isn't
men.
it?
A lot of people
It
out
could
there.
help somebody.
And you can go to your doctor, and your doctor will describe you
Yeah.
hormones. No,
Hormones,
he'll give you test boosts to get you back up again. It's funny that, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's
Come
mad,
here,
eh?
Bear. I know you're wild busy, like, but what's your switch off? What do you do? Do you train? Do you?
Aye, so obviously we own the railway gym in Lifford there, like, and I do enjoy the training, like. We go training like, well, not as last while, but I would train nearly 4 nights a week, 5 nights a week. But I find it very hard there when you're so busy doing other things, you sort of get off the track, like. So I do, and then
Sorry, actually, before I go back here, I just want to say I didn't mean to say like, oh fuck, you look like you have bad mental health, but you know, I did a charity event for Mark, right? He has cystic fibrosis, so I did a charity event for him, and lad, I was like, I didn't really how to control the overthinking.
Aye, off it. So there's your answer to that. Is I was the same as you when I done my first few,
Right.
and I was always like, oh, people's going to think I'm the man. This now, but it just comes to you. It's like something that you're. It might sound mad, it might sound big headed, but it's like something that you're given, and if you can share that with other people and help other people, why not?
Yeah, and it's the feeling of it
It's
too.
the feeling
obviously.
of it. It's just that feeling you get,
Aye.
like, you know, it's just a feeling you get, and it's a good buzz.
Aye. But I
Off
just
it.
I wanted to ask just because I know you're
No,
fucking,
be
you're a-
honest with you. Hey,
You're a busy man, like,
Aye,
and you
be
do
honest
be-
with you, hey, we're all human, we're men.
Yeah.
We don't talk times, but no, rather than that, if I need to talk to someone, I'm going to talk because it helps.
Oh,
That's what's wrong with most of men.
Yeah.
Men are feared to talk, and that's it.
too
Like,
hard,
I have many of grown men come and talk to me, and I'll tell you, they're different men today.
Brilliant.
And just, no, it's good, like.
Oh,
That's
100%.
the way we started this podcast, is to get men chatting
Aye,
on the couch.
100%.
Not even men, like we've got plenty of women on too.
Aye.
It's just getting men, just 3 men just chatting about stuff.
aye,
It's-
100%.
It's meant and laughing too. It's good.
It's just like when people go to do something, it's like a switch, and if they get away from that, just their whole life changes.
I just want to ask you. We normally ask when we do chat on the topic of mental health. We want to ask you, why do you think it's still so bad? The rates of suicide and stuff.
Off it, I don't know. I'll just be honest with you. I just think drinking drugs. I think the drugs is just shocking now at the moment.
Bad.
There's just people just mixing it with everything. It's just fucking people's heads up.
Mark, can you Google the rate of suicide with drinking problems or drug problems? I would say
I
it's
guarantee it's the
fucking
highest.
right up there
It has to be.
because
Aye.
it is.
Like,
But
you
then-
see, if we put 10 people in this room now and you give the 10 people the same, well, 9 will be okay, but that one can't. That's the. Do you understand what I mean?
Fucks their head up.
then.
Yeah.
But then it's I suppose everyone's different too, and their own different stories. What leads to drinking drugs as well, I suppose as well. Like, but we just be baffled sometimes of like how it is still so bad. I know we've been affected, being married with it, obviously, so long ago. Well, maybe he's 10 years ago, I'm 20 years ago. But then when we see it still happening today,
Aye.
we're like,
And it's getting worse because there's just fucking so much shit out there.
Shit.
Everybody thinks they're a fucking doctor. Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking. I think the best way, maybe I might be wrong saying it, but they fucking want to bring out some kind of testing kit for people that they can fucking see what they're ticking. I know it's mad. You're not going to stop people from ticking what they want to do.
Yeah.
But at least if they brought out something that says, here, that's what's on that shit. You're not going to fucking... You imagine somebody saying, here's rat poison. How would you fucking take it?
Would
I
you
know.
fuck
But you understand what I mean? Who
Yeah,
knows?
It's mad.
They're
Like,
chancing it, anyway. Like, but
100%. Like,
yeah, it's true. Yeah, to be fair, but again, we always fucking go back to this about the services out there and stuff like that. There, it's incredible because we have people in here that's got through very dark times. It's flying today,
Oh, 100%.
and it's incredible. And there's people out there doing that for them, working. Because we do sometimes come across a wee bit like there's no help out there, and why is it so bad, and why is everybody killing themselves and stuff like this here. But we do need to say a lot of fucking good work was done by good people out there as well.
And even going back to like me doing all the bear run stuff, that's one thing. But I'm not just saying it to try and bum up the gym. But do you see the amount of people that went through that doors has changed their life? That's mad.
no, Jim.
That's
The
a big
gym
thing.
is one of the best things that you'll ever do for your mental health.
100%.
Man or a woman, I don't care who you are, and that's the best way I'll put it. Because I'll tell you, you'll never want to go to a gym because you're always feared of walking through that door. But I guarantee when you get on 2 to 3 weeks, you're a different person. Mindset's different, everything's different. Because you know why? It gets your hormones working and everything's back tricking again. It's,
yeah.
that's
And
mad.
once you see your body changing, then
You see your body change, it's this addiction then.
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
strongest addiction.
Last 2 years. Well, going back a few years ago, if you were in a coffee shop, seen in a coffee shop, you were seen as posh. Now all people does now is go to coffee shops and go to gyms. Every young people's training now. There's nobody out no more now. It's all just wants to go to the gym and look good. And it's not about bodybuilding no more. I've done 2 bodybuilding shows my days, 13 and 15. It's not about bodybuilding no more. It's all about fitness now. Like the railway gym's
That's
all
good,
about
isn't it?
fitness. It's all about fitness. Everybody's welcome no matter what. Like,
That's good.
you know.
Do you know what? I actually thought not the last time I was in the sauna. I normally go to the gym and then get in for a swim, sauna, steam, and all that there. And thankfully, I'm in good health. Good health.
You're a good help.
Good family, good job, everything. Thankfully, my head and all straight, mental health's grand, stuff like that there. See, when I come out of that sauna or steam or whatever I'm doing, see the buzz you get. It's incredible. Like, and we normally say the same as laughter as well. See, laughing out loud or whatever, or crying, do you laugh? See if you can bottle that. But see if you can bottle the feeling of coming out of the gym or whatever.
No, same thing. Like, no matter what you do in life, you always have to have a wee hobby or something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
and I will stand by this today, and not just saying because we have a gym, but if you start a gym, and it doesn't have to be the railway, go any gym anywhere. That will change your mindset and your life for
There's
the
nothing
best.
better.
Like we have one girl there, and she was messaging me last year just before Christmas, and she wanted to come and join the gym, and she's just afraid to come in the gym. And Azzy, like I'll call out her name Azzy because Azzy, I know Azzy well, and she's a good girl and she's a good member of our gym. You can see her on our page. Azzy, since this year's 40 kilo after, like, and Azzy is a completely different person.
That's mad. 40
Sure it
kilo.
is.
No, she's just flying. She's just a completely different person. Like, and she's
Class.
just she's a like our gym. She's the buzz of our gym now. She comes in, she's always smiling and joking. From a person was afraid to come in the door because she's just feared what people thought of her. See, one thing people have to get out of their head about a gym is nobody cares about you in a gym because everybody's on to do their own thing. Everybody's on to help herself. And if somebody's standing laughing at you, well, he's going nowhere in life.
Oh, no, 100%.
100%.
So people just on to help each. No, that's and one thing about a gym, you always see people so helpful. Everybody helps each other. In it.
Makes sense.
Makes sense in it.
Just there on the study about suicide in Ireland, there's 2 different reports here. In various studies, approximately 44 to over 50% of individuals who die by suicide had alcohol detected in their systems at the time of
Half
death.
them.
And then there's another one then, a
But is
history.
that alcohol to make it easier? Or do not is it?
Then there's
I mean,
another one
that's
then.
not a big
Another one then is that more than 70% of young people aged between 15 to 24 and over 60% of adults who die by suicide had a history of alcohol and or drug abuse.
And there you see. Over 70%.
We had a young fella in here, Charlie. I hope he doesn't make me say him, but he was on the podcast. It wasn't that long ago.
No.
And he, a couple of suicided. Did he have a suicide attempt?
Suicide temper. Well, for
But he
shade, though.
says to us, if he wasn't drunk, he wouldn't have done it.
Wow.
He was
mad,
trying to
like.
do it, like.
Something has to trick in your head too. Like life's not easy. Like,
No.
you know what I mean? Life's no, sorry.
Getting harder too.
It's sorry for us people to sit here and say, "Oh, this and that," but something just goes in your head too. It's hard. Do you know it's hard?
It is hard. It is
It is
definitely
hard.
hard.
That's why it's good to help people. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's good to help
And
people.
talk as well. Like I know we had Francie on the last day too, and he was saying about talking and stuff like that there. But again, there needs to be like it's good in talking, but action.
100%.
Action needs to be taken. Like
And then there's some people you can help too, and it's hard. Then they don't want help, or you know what I mean? And it's hard, like too.
No, they don't want it.
You know, like you have to. I don't know much about it, but there's a gym in Derry, like, and they have set up for people with alcohol and stuff, and took them off a drink and all. It's brilliant, like they do so well, like you know. So it's a good idea too, like.
It is a good
It's a
idea.
good
yeah,
idea, like.
that is a good idea. To be
But I
fair.
reckon, and it might sound bad too, but the government should, like, say people, not bad way, but people gets benefits and stuff. How everybody gets benefits, but the government should bring in some kind of scheme where it gives you so much money towards a gym membership, anywhere. Doesn't matter, have to be us, anywhere.
Right, yeah,
Just to help you.
Aye.
Just to get you back active again and stuff, and get
mental
just
health,
mental health.
aye,
Because
yeah.
don't get me wrong, hey, I'm not going against anybody, but I'm only saying if you're down in the house all week and you're just getting your money on a Friday or Saturday, it must be a lonely enough place to be.
100%.
You know, if they
Definitely.
give you some wee thing to say here,
Yeah.
there's a voucher for a gym, go and try the gym. I know maybe 1,000 people might go. You might want to get 50 likes it. You don't know, but it's still helping 50 people.
100%. Aye.
It's just
Good
funny,
idea.
like, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong saying that, but I don't
No,
know. Like, it's
fuck
just,
it.
No, that's 100%.
no,
Right. So
wee
it is.
small things, like, you know, it's just, I don't know.
That could change.
That's
That could
just-
change the suicide rate.
Do you know what I mean? A bit, not much, but a bit, like.
Every,
It's just
every
so
little
handy to
helps.
go to your doctor and say, hey, I don't feel well, no bar, try them. Sure. Everybody's body's different.
I know it's mad.
Sure, sure. Medication's one of the worst fucking drugs.
Oh,
One,
100%.
too.
Medication's terrible altogether. Terrible.
We had Hannah was on here actually, and she was she found out she took 4 years to get diagnosed with Lyme disease, and she was chased out of the doctor's office saying that she's anxiety, she's depressed, mental health this, mental health that, and she went to a doctor. She was in a doctor's in Dublin, and they says you're depressed, and sent her out to the street
Never give
with
her
nothing, with no leaflets, no where to go here, where to go there.
Nice.
Do you know what? We would never ever slate anyone, but when you have someone on that's so real, telling you their fucking personal story,
100%.
I'll fucking believe them.
100%.
She was set onto the street by a doctor that says you're depressed with nothing.
No counselling, no fuck all.
But
But
then
then
you
again-
say, but it's a good point. There should be something.
But
But
then
it is hard, like.
we kind of contradict ourselves then when we're saying we're asking people why is it so high. That's probably fucking why.
I know. It's not.
It's
There is
tough.
not a lot of help out there, but there's so much, like, you know what I mean. There's
Yeah.
just so much that, and I don't think we'll ever get to the bottom of it. Like, you know what I mean. It's just so hard. Like.
Yeah, hopefully we do. Hopefully, do you know what he says? It's kind of a reason we start this too. And we do get some lovely messages, and to be fair, and if it does help somebody, then fucking happy days. But we do
100%,
want
like-
it. We do want to make
And
very
I'm-
clear that there is fucking help there. There's services there.
100%. And even me telling you that I run the Bear Run and we raise so much for charity, and we have a gym there. See, if anybody out there wants to come to our gym and you don't have no money, we'll help you get you started. It's not all about money, like to us.
No.
Don't get me wrong, it's money, it's a business, your family, your life, everybody's to love. But if you can help people, why not? Give them
There's
a
light.
chance.
That's it.
There's light there, anyway.
If anybody even wants to get a talk or anything, like,
Right, so me and Vinny been in the morning.
6 month
if
membership.
it's anything like the tea you've made me, no chance.
That's him.
Bunny, you're not getting the job.
I
making tea
mean,
in our gym.
a lovely cup of tea. It took an hour and a half to drink it.
We chat that much.
Give me your bear. What's the plans for 2026?
So this is an hour touching story. So whenever you do get involved in the Bear Run, it's funny because these people that bring their cars, I know they're from everywhere, like Cork and all over Ireland, all over Ireland, all over Northern Ireland, and then they come all over the UK and Scotland. So you do get close to them. They're all friends. Like, don't get me wrong, you wouldn't ring them every day, every one of them, but they're all. If you ever need anything, they're there. So there's this guy called Lee Heap, real good friend. I was over the UK in 2019 at a car run. And they went out of the road. They bring me the whole way back up to Birmingham to the airport. Like, I was drunk. I was like, took me back up the airport. I was dying the whole way up in the car. And I played English boys. I was going, Jesus. But they looked after me so well. I never forgot that. So then when we started up the Bear Run in 22, Lee was messaging me going, well, that's class. He said, we'd love to come over and do an Irish trip. So Lee came over in 23 and done our first trip. And he brought him and Danny come over. Danny came over in the M5 and Lee had a Lambo. Never forget this. So we come over and loved it. 23, they come over and done the Shipkey Street, couldn't get over it. Coming 24, they brought over 4 boys. 25 this year, they must have had 7. They had the whole table, all English boys. Loveliest people I ever meet. So that was grand. Lee's all sorted to come back to the Bear Run next year. And he had a pain on his back a few weeks ago. And he said his wife and his family were saying, go and get a CT scan. Does that sound right? CT scan?
Yeah.
Go and get that sorted. Went and got a CT scan and they turned around and says, sorry to let you know, but you've got pancreas cancer, liver cancer, and you, at the moment, it's looking like you've only about a year and a half to live. And this man's only 52, and he's the most loveliest man you could ever meet.
My
He would
God,
help
gosh.
you and do anything, and drives a green Lamborghini. As soon as he comes to Ireland, he just loves the kids in his car. And you know, there was always this thing of the English and the Irish, and the English didn't want to come over. Case there's none of that shit.
No,
It's just in that car run. It's just everybody loves each other. So that was grand, and then Lee and just everything was just mad when you hear that news. Like, it's just shocking. Like. So I rung him, like, and I was just, what's the story, Lee? And he says, Bear, look, they told me if I didn't take the medication, I've 6-9 months max. But he says, if I take the medication, there's
Side effects, stuff like
side
that.
effects, and I don't know. And that's the best way of putting it. They don't know the answer. So that's our first outing now. We're going over there having an event for him on the end of January, 1st of February. His daughter-in-law organised it over in the UK in Leeds. So
She's going over
there
the
about
cars?
10 of us going over so far, but I'm sure more of the boys in the group will come closer to time. We'll jump on and go over. Like
She's
we're just going over to show our support for him. Like.
God love my heartbreaking.
Oh,
That's
mad, like.
horrible, like.
It's so popular now.
Oh, it's
And young
crazy, and then
lads and
such a
stuff.
lovely man, like, and like me and him get on so well, and he had to sell his car and all, like, I'm just, it's just pride and joy, like, you know what I mean? It's just so hard, like, and just a lovely family man, like, and just,
Yeah.
it just goes to show again, like, it's the best way of putting it, boys. Money means nothing. Like.
Does it? Fuck. Your
No,
health
it is.
your
It is
wealth.
nice to have a like a pound for a rainy day, but money means absolutely nothing.
No.
I wouldn't know like because I don't have much, but no. But I'm only saying.
Hey, I know exactly.
It'd
what you
never
mean.
change. It'll
Yeah.
never change me, even if it had something happen
Yeah.
with money.
Yeah.
Money would just be who you are, and that's it. Like,
We actually talk a lot about. We actually talk a lot. We actually give out a lot about the little fucking things in life, but we do realize there are people out there that doesn't have what you have and stuff like that. But we do actually fucking give out a lot. But when you hear stories like that there, and to be fair,
touching, like.
this podcast has helped a lot because I used to be fucking giving out about this and that and everything. Then when you're thinking about people like that, like you're like, no, you're fucking.
mad. Like.
What do you say about your weans?
If you have your wains and a roof over their head and a fire on and food in the fridge and your wains are healthy, you're the richest man in the
That's
world.
it. That's it. And a lot of people don't have that. Like, you know what I mean? It's just funny. Like.
That's it.
A
You're
lot
the
of
richest
people
man in the
don't.
world when
And
they're
like,
healthy.
even see the bear run. Like, I know everybody says they think it's me. It is me that organises it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not about me. It's like you see the team I have around me. They are absolutely brilliant. They are class. Like, you know, you've like all my sister and her friends. That they do all the collecting, and then you have the boys and the close the roads and stuff and all. It's just you know.
Yeah.
As I always say, and I always say it, it's not about me. It's about everybody. And the day you make it about yourself, the day you forget about
Yeah,
it.
Aye,
the
good
boys in the runs seem to fucking love it. So.
Oh, they love the crack. They're good laugh,
Aye.
like real good people. Like
That's
just
what you
love the crack, like and just love,
And I
just
would say it
love
helped-
showing their
I
cars.
would say
And,
it helped a lot of them.
oh, big
Maybe
time,
you don't
like,
even know it.
big time, like, big time. So
That's
the boy
good.
said to me, he doesn't. Hopefully he was drunk and he doesn't remember this on but he said to me, he says, "I don't have what you have, sir," and I'm going. Hey, right, you have much stuff. You have, I wish I had a quarter. I says, I don't have none. I want to have an old Mustang. And he goes to me, he says, no, but you can walk in their room. He says, you could talk to everybody. I don't have that. He says, I just don't have it. He says, I just don't know. I just, you know, does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I'll talk to everybody. I'll talk to somebody. If I don't talk for 5 minutes, I don't get on with them. I'm away to the next person.
Exactly.
But sure, it's easy to talk to somebody and
Life's short too.
life short, like,
Life's short,
and
that's
enjoy
right.
it, like, you know what I mean?
Bear, at the end of every podcast, we ask our special guest 3 very important questions.
Oh, no. Can I make tea? That's a bit good.
How big is... No, I'm joking. What is your favourite takeaway?
My takeaway?
Favourite?
I don't know. Hey, that's a good question.
Love thinkers too. Think about it.
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
If you were hungover, like, what would you go for?
I don't drink. No, I'm
Anymore?
only joking.
I knew you were laying bastard.
That back it was rapping before I started here. I'm half cut now. I'm getting a hangover now before I go
Would it
there.
be Chinese? Would it be
I don't know. Just probably a chippy or something like.
just a chippy?
Friars Rest.
I don't want to say that. Are they sponsored? Aye, Friars Rest. I would like Macaulay's in Lifford. I would be seen coming out of there in that time.
Would you?
Nah,
Macaulay's at the
Macaulay's in
bridge,
Lifford
yeah?
and-
What are you,
Listen, couple of
burger
that,
man?
You know what? This is the way I am. Casco's in the bottom of Crown House. You know the way I am. Because I have a business in Lifford, I love supporting our business. And that's the way I
good
roll.
shout.
Share.
Shop local.
You know, I'm not knocking it, but there's one or two businesses I know about there and they don't give nothing back into the town and people still support them and I'm like, mind blown.
I always have that though.
And I'm like, a man told me a story years ago. He had a pub and he told me, he says, never depend on people that you think is going to come to support you. It's always people on the outside.
That you don't know.
And I was like,
Yeah.
aye, right. But I was today now.
You know,
You
fine,
know,
really.
and like, it's mad because when I do all this charity work, I get good feedback and people do use my business, the car wash and stuff in the gym. Do you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
say,
yeah, oh,
aye.
aye.
But not
Fucking
everybody, but
100%.
it's, no, that's the way it falls back
Oh,
on you too,
aye.
like, so.
That's what you're getting out of it. That's
what we're
that's,
getting-
you know what I
we're
mean?
getting out of it, like, and it's-
Obviously with a feeling as well. Like there's
Aye,
no better
100%.
feeling. But
What's your favourite flavour of Pringle?
Oh, it has to be salt and vinegar.
Safe enough,
Marty likes him. Makes his roof his mouth.
No,
for you.
I like prawn cocktail. To be fair.
Hope you don't ask me which one is your favourite cup of tea, only because that's definitely.
That was Mark who made that.
Who
like.
made the cup of tea?
Mark.
You? No wonder you were hiding over there. The tea would have been nice if I had drunk it. I couldn't move. This
I know.
fucking mic was stuck in my mouth.
You're lucky it's only thing stuck in your mouth.
You'll need to stand up- you'll need to stand up on the table.
It's early. Hey, we're all the same size lying down. Bear, what's you're lying on with what are you, burger man? Are you sausage man?
I
Or,
like the burgers, chicken burgers and stuff. Hard a bit.
you're lying on with
Turkey burgers.
Aye, turkey burgers.
You're
Used to
like-
be turkey burgers.
Aye.
I seen me whenever I was doing dieting. I was eating Even done it last year for my 40th. I was eating 7 meals a day, 7 days a week, the same food.
It's hard.
Ah,
isn't it?
rotten, sir.
Rotten, sir.
Rotten, sir. Eating rabbit food.
There's more
A
to
rabbit
life.
wouldn't even eat it.
There's more to life than that.
Ah,
isn't
you know what I mean? But it is good you can see, it's good you can do it too and
Aye.
then say, fall away from it because it's too much all the time.
And that's too much.
But another one I want to say this as well. I want to give a call out to me Mrs. Tanya because she stands by me all the time.
Shout out to
And
Tanya.
it's not easy for her all the time when
Tanya.
she sees all the stuff I've been doing. But
Fucking right.
and then my wee girl Ellie, she don't call out Ellie.
Ellie.
And then the boss Joey. So we named him after. He's only 2 past, and we named him after my father.
Oh,
So
Christ,
my
very
father
nice.
never got to see him, but
Oh,
he loves West, so he does. So
That's
that's
it,
that's the best way. And I better give a big call out to my mother, Maggie or Margaret, we call her.
Maggie.
Maggie.
Big shout out to Maggie.
So what do you hear one happened before us? This is my mother. We live up in a housing site in Crown Heights. I hope my mother doesn't mind me telling this one. But 2 weeks ago it was, I think, I was just coming home. I was after we done the cars and coffee. You think you do these good things time and then things come back. And then you think to yourself times,
Wait a fuck.
you know what I mean? I know it's mad, like, you know,
Yeah,
like
alright.
doing the first event, breast cancer, and my mother getting, and you're going,
know,
Jesus,
fuck.
like. But then I always have this in my head, and I always tell a story. Why my mother beat that is because I done that charity event.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Does that
aye.
make sense?
Oh,
I always
100%.
love that story.
Yeah.
That's it. But 2 weeks ago, my sister just phoned me. I was lying up in the house in my bed. I was just about to get on. I was shattered after that day event. About to get into my bed. Next thing, my sister phoned me. She goes, "Oh, Mammy fell and she can't get up." And she just hung up me. Like, we have steps in the front of my mother's house out in Milford.
Jesus.
I was like, fuck. So I jumped into the car and I went down the Melmount Road, flying the car. And the next thing, police come out with a hoot after me. So I went to the traffic lights and then I just stayed at 30 miles an hour, right? But as soon as I turned for left, they put the sirens on. And I went, oh no. And I come up to one and I says, "Sorry, sir, before you go any further." I says, "My mother fell down the steps of the house." And he says, "Have you your license?" I said, "I've nothing with me, sir." I says, "Look," I said, "I don't even know I'm coming or going." He says, "You're born off away you go." And I'll never forget that. And I was nice in like,
Big shout out to the
you know what I
Garda.
mean?
Aye.
No,
Some of them would
someone
book you
like
and-
it was. Oh, it
and
could
hold
have
you
booked me
back.
like. But I was sorry, he did ask me questions. She's still lying down the steps. I was going to say, "Hold on, I'll text her here." Dude, don't cut that out.
Keep that unaccented, please.
But no, but I have to say it. And I was actually going to go to the barracks and just say to the police officer, whoever's working on it, they tell him thanks because my mother, you know, she fell down, busted her arm, her shoulder, her nose and stuff and all.
Fuck.
But she's grand now, thank God. She's
Yeah.
a hardy wee dog.
Fucking
Thank
right.
God.
Shout out to Maggie. Hey, fair play to you.
Nah.
Does she play the
boss.
bingo? Do you play the bingo?
No, she doesn't play, but she's the boss. Like she gets it hard. Like, you know, you have to understand. My father's my father, and I got it hard when he died. But she's with him.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were 50 years
The whole
married. Like,
life, aye.
you know, it's just mad. Like, but
Keep
But-
going, Maggie.
Aye,
You're doing
keep,
well.
Keep her.
she'll be glad to get the call out.
Oh,
She
She's the
aye.
next
will.
fucking special guest on here. I know, that's what I know.
Aye. And Bear sponsoring it.
That's probably it. I'll be sitting over in your job. I don't know if you're laughing at. I'll be doing the video. He'll be
can make
making
the tea this time.
the tea, so he will.
Oh, Jesus, very good. So you're lying in beer with a chicken burger and salt and vinegar Pringles. What's your favourite movie? What's on the TV?
Boys, you can't go wrong with Home Alone, can you?
Oh,
very good.
lad.
I'm not going to sit here and be a hypocrite and say, "Oh, I love Fast and Furious" because I'm on the cars. I'm not on that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not just, you know what I mean? I'm not just going, "He's mad about cars all year." I couldn't give a shit.
He's a
Like,
car wanker.
My wee boy now, he's only 2, like, and he's so comical now. Whenever Home Alone's on, right? You see, before that bit comes on, he puts aftershave, he just stands and goes, "Ah!" You know,
Aye,
so
Kevin!
he's just so used to it now. He's,
Do you watch that all year round or is it Christmas?
we am.
3 days a day?
I fucking felt it was on it. Fucking every day. But sure, you know yourself, we boys have got 3 phases of watching stuff.
Fucking right. Give us another one.
Well, Norfolk.
Aye, just
Home
normal.
Alone 2.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, another one. Home Alone 3.
Home Alone 3. It's the easiest way out. I have all these written down here, so I have them in my hand. I'm sweating here. They're running off, so they're running off here, so they're.
You can say fucking Too Fast, Too Furious.
I don't
if you
know.
want.
I watched it.
Go on 60 seconds. That's actually a good show.
It's actually a good enough show, so it is. Did you ever see the American truck I had?
No.
Did you ever hear the shit show about that?
American truck?
I got a 1958 Chevy. He'll laugh at this. Well, it's funny and it's not funny. So I had the 1958 Chevy, so I left her up to Dublin for sale. And she was up for sale. I just had her. I have her the last 8 years. Cool as fuck, anyway. So left her up to Dublin for sale. She's up in Dublin. Your man phoned me. He goes, "Hey, I have your truck sold." I was like, "Happy days." He said, "A 50k sort of fee for the truck." Real American, fucking funny to the best. I says, "Happy days." So come in. They that was Friday. Phoned me. Says everything was sorted. Phoned me Monday. Says everything's sorted. Finance passed for the people who's lifting it. You lift your money Wednesday. You ever hear tell Mark from Mark Kings? You ever know him?
I owns it.
He owns Mark. Me and him's good friends. He took me up there one day. Fuck me, cars. Oh Jesus! He says, "Here, take a key." He handed me 2 key rings of cars. They have 30 car keys on them. He's just fault to throw up the cars. But another real good fella that would just tell you the truth come from nothing. and just as humble as anything. He said to me in Derry, he said to me down in Derry, he says, "Hey, I'm going to take a few drinks today." He says, "Would you drive my car?" No, the Lamborghini SVG. I was like, I gone ahead, I'll drive it. I couldn't wait to drive it. The fuck, we were driving about, like, we went up through Derry and just, but nothing changes him. I got to know Marcus last few years now, and I have to say, I have to give him a call out because he has a modest fella.
Fucking love that there. Though.
I never changed him.
See someone that builds something and then
just
I
doesn't
love
change
it.
him.
And doesn't change him. I love
just
it.
easy, just
Mark, do
easy.
you want to come on the podcast?
That'd be a good
Chat.
story,
He'd
actually.
be a good boy to get on her.
But to be fair,
He has to sponsor it, but
Sponsored, Mark.
sponsor a Lamborghini.
Maybe a house in Derry.
Maybe a house.
but to be fair, we love seeing stories like that.
No, Mark, have to say now, fair play to him, like, sorry.
And not changing them is fucking
Never
great.
change them. And I have to say, I don't know a lot about them boys in the car runs because I don't really say, "Oh, what do you do for living?" "Oh, come on ahead, you can come on it." I don't really care what they do. You know, no, they're not that kind of way. They're all wealthy people, but like stories like Mark's,
Yeah.
you know.
They do a fair lot for charity too, Arkings, don't
Oh,
they?
flat Marks. They're
He
brilliant.
sponsors a lot of things
Sponsors
too,
a lot. He's a
especially
big fan.
VM
He always
podcast
sponsors a
next
bear
one.
run every year too. Like he's always.
That's fucking
Hey, if
great.
you're lucky, we might put your sticker on our car next year. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
We'll put it. We
Can
might
you give us an award? No. Fake one. Worst
looking
tea.
for-
Worst T award.
We're looking for an award.
Where were we? Where were we at? What story was that telling you there again before I was? But the American truck. So what are this, right? That's where Mark from Our Kings come on it. So next thing you know, Tuesday night, I was buzzing. I was looking on the internet. I'm buying this and I'm buying that. I was buying everything. So I don't have that much, but I was buying everything. Mark sends me a message on Snapchat on Tuesday night. So the whole place on fire.
Huh?
The place where the truck was on fire. I says, "Fuck off." He says, "I am telling you, it's on fires." I says, "This is some fucking handling here." So what happened was up in Dean Motors in Dublin. Google Dean Motors in Dublin, the fire DC. So they were in the shade working at a Jeep, and the welder or something caught fire. But the fire, right? This is mad. It was in like a meat factory. No, done up as a car room. The fire went up. The fire went across. Burnt drift games, and then went down right and burnt the motorbike shop. But inside the thing was like and here it was all concrete.
What?
Didn't do no damage to the fucking 25 vehicles in there. So I was grand. Your man said to me, "I don't worry about it." He says, "So you'll get your insurance money for." I says, "Happy days." I waited for 6 months, and the insurance company gave me €250 to valve it.
Oh, what?
What?
€250 they gave me to valve the fucking truck. Bastard. I was sick, sir.
Oh my God. You were getting 50k?
I was getting 50k for the truck.
Oh my God.
250 in. So mad.
Oh,
The
jeez.
truck lay, and the fucking insurance company comes and says, "Not a thing, sir, on that." Anything.
Fuck me.
You should look up that story. Drift games lost millions. Millions.
Sure, I remember that.
Do you remember that? That was my truck was not fire.
I fucking remember
I
that.
don't remember it, no.
That's not that long ago.
No, that's only last year, was it?
2004.
2000. Last year.
Dean
Not
Motors.
2004.
Dean Motors in Dublin. 24.
24.
24.
I remember that.
By
I would
God.
tell a story, but you might have to cut this out. I was lying in my bed, my head was at Rex, and I don't know what was going on. At night, a fireman phoned me at 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, and he goes, "Hey, I follow you in the bear run." He says, "Just let you know what the truck's alright." And I says, "Fucking burner." As I swear to God. But you see, when I looked in the pictures in the background, there was t-shirts on the wall, white t-shirts, and there weren't even as much as a bit of smoke on them.
Fucking
How
hell.
mad was that? And the only one car burnt in the showroom was over at the back fire door where they kicked in the door to get in.
That's mental.
Millions
like.
and millions. How much money's worth was burnt to the sea?
That doesn't say.
No, I'm mad. Sir.
You're sacked, Mark. You don't
Cut
even do
that, cut
anything.
that boy out the fireman in case he lost his job.
Ah, jeez,
Back
buddy.
information.
Aye, but no, it's good. Like whenever people help you too with things, you know, it makes it a bit easier.
Fucking
And then see if I was sitting in here like going, "Oh, it's all about me and I do this and I do that." I'm not like that. I don't give.
Nah.
I'm just being honest with you, sorry, of course, but I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
I'll just move on and do the next one and be
That's
who
it.
you
Don't
are.
give a fuck who thinks what about you.
Do you know what I mean?
Right,
You
you are.
just do it and then.
But we know that because we actually dragged them in here to this. Like, it's not like you're in here fucking booming and banging,
No,
but a lot of
we-
people want to hear what you said, to be
You
honest.
nearly pulled out 4 times like a porno. I
I
was.
was sure. That's getting her tight.
Nah,
boys.
fuck your
I was
order.
running around the night going, "What am I going to do to get out of this here?" If
Lad.
I didn't knew the tea was as bad, I wouldn't have come down the road. So I would have been a good excuse, but
I know what this episode's called anyway, bad tea.
aye.
But nah, you fucking are 100%, lad. And hey, we couldn't have you on our Christmas special without giving you a wee Christmas present.
Well, this will be good. This will be good. What is it? Thank you very much,
Open her
sir.
up now.
Open it there.
Open it.
It's just, see them wee bags I got off TikTok shop are handy, hey.
So yeah, all
Nah,
right.
I'll use them next year again. So don't rip it.
Not rub it. Oh, for fuck's sakes!
What?
You got my fucking box of tea bags. That tea's rotten. Oh, look at this, boys. This one here's going on the man cave.
And that there is a wee
Wee
fucking
thing for your
air
car.
freshener, boy.
Carrefour. Don't just forget I give you 2 boys jumpers as well.
Aye.
Oh, that's
And
it. We should have fucking wore them.
We will wear them. We'll wear them some episodes.
But no,
Thank you very much, sir.
oh, you're
Class.
very welcome.
But aye, so I have my shade, as I call it, my man cave. But That's what I'm saying. Like, I keep that watch. I have my father's last packet of fags, his lighter, and his last charity dance ticket.
Fuck.
And then I have, beside it, then I have Christian McCullough's number plate where his name was on it, and a wee car symbol, and a card from the family.
That's nice.
So I keep, like, I'm a wild man for Clake and stuff. Like, I have all the checks.
For
and
wee
all the
memories and stuff like that.
Memories
there.
and stuff.
Class.
Like that.
That's
It's
good.
nice to have them wee things.
Fucking
And I
right.
actually have my Grunda's pipe. My Grunda must be dead nearly 26, 27 years now, and I always love the smell of pipe. And
The
and
tobacco.
still the smell of it today. And it has been smoking maybe, I think my Grunda's dead
I
over 25
love the
years.
smell of them.
The smell of it's still there. How mad's that?
Fucking hell.
You gave an interview to Dublin Live, did you, about your
Aye.
American
It
Chevy?
didn't help because the insurance company says sure he gave an interview and said they're fuck all surroundings.
Oh, he's cut that.
Oh, Jesus
See,
Christ.
they have a picture of it here actually.
Yeah, picture me up.
I'll put it up here. Put it up here.
Clinker, hey.
Very
Do you
good.
want your before we go?
Oh, I will do that in a wee minute. But them hats, folks, are not for sale. But if you want to buy them, we'll sell them to you.
You're a good salesman. What price are you?
What?
What price are they?
For them here? 22 sterling.
I'll do.
22
Hey, I'll
David.
sell them these for 18 euros. 15 sterling.
No,
This one here won't be worn. This here will be kept in the man cave now.
Loving
so
that.
we'll 100%.
Loving that.
And they're freshener all day. I don't know.
Put that on the-
Whenever open it, we'll see what it's like. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts.
There's no smell of it.
No, but boys, hey, thank you for having me on. And
No
you know
bother.
what? I have to
Appreciate
say, I'm going to be honest. I was nervous, but you still make me feel comfortable. I have to say.
100% there.
That's the
Yeah.
tablets we put in that bad tea.
Oh.
But no, just
Glance up with it.
before we go, we want to exchange a couple of wee gifts to each other because this is the last one before Christmas. But to be honest, we couldn't wait to get you in after we seen what you done for what you do every day.
I
But
hope it was alright. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we're
was it?
100%.
you're fucking 100%, lad. But
We
the-
appreciate it.
the toy appeal hit me somewhere, and I was like, "Fuck me, that's incredible." And then I was a wee bit shocked that I was like, "You didn't want to come on," and it made me maybe like you a wee bit more because you're not on fucking.
And that's the
bum.
way I am. Like, I know,
No, but it comes across again. 100%.
You don't want to come on and bum
I
about
don't
it.
want
like.
to come on, and I'll be on here tonight telling anybody the same thing. That's just,
right
I know,
there.
like, it's over over a quarter of a million, but it doesn't. I would have loved it in my bank account. Who wouldn't? But what difference would it make you?
No,
Because I see a lot of people with money and the same thing, and a lot of money, but they still have issues. So the one thing good about being in that bear running thing is too, and seeing all these boys in the big cars, it learns you more about life. To see that
Exactly.
money's not everything.
Oh,
And
aye.
cars is not everything.
Yeah, definitely.
And they love their cars the same way as an ordinary person loves their
100%.
cars. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
And
Yeah.
like as a boy said before he come down to his friends and my father in Dublin, and they come down and I just happened to be down that weekend that we had our first car show, and he was like, "Do you know where Lifford is?" And I was like, I'm loving it. He goes, "Aye, but if you look on a map, like we're way up here, you don't see cars again in Lifford." Like the one thing that I love about the cars is it brings all the community together. Grannies, grundas, husbands, wives,
Everything,
everything, because they're going, the wee kids are going, "Hey, Granny, go and take me down to see the car show." Like, you know, it's just
Brings a
mad.
lot of
It's a
people
day
together.
out for folks. Like,
it's
gets
just
them out of the
mad.
house
It
too.
brings a lot of people together, and it's a fucking great
You know,
idea.
an Argyll you should get in your podcast sometime too, Sammy. I know she'd come down, she's brilliant.
Sammy, aye.
You ever see her?
Sammy-
Lucky Days
Aye.
competition.
No, don't mention that, she's not on there no more. She's
Is
out
she
now.
not?
She's out now, Sammy TV.
Cut that, chap.
Caught that
she
shit.
out of it?
She does Sammy TV now. Lovely girl, very good personality too. Her and Nadia just clicked together, the two of them, just good.
Her,
Big good story
Nadia,
too,
Arkins, you get them all on.
A
Get
good
them all
story
on.
to be fair. But now, before we go, we do really appreciate you coming down. The stuff you do is incredible.
It's amazing.
To be fair, I don't think you give yourself enough credit that you should. But what you do is life changing for people, and you should know that. You're a good fucking lad, and I think the world would be a lot better place with people like you in it. And that's me being honest. I know we have a laugh and
No,
joke and
no.
all that there, but you're a good lad. You're a good head on your shoulders, and you've a wonderful family around you and a wonderful
It's
community.
all about your family. Like.
But
Yeah.
to be honest, a lot of people wouldn't be able to even go through what you've gone through, especially with your mother and your father and stuff.
Aye.
Because that's a fucking lot.
That's
lad.
touching. That's, you know what? There's only about 3 to 4 of my close friends know that, and you know what? As I said, you know what? Why does people not know about it? Let people know about
That,
it.
exactly.
But hey,
exactly.
it goes to show what kind of person you are, because a lot of people that sends a lot of people mad, lad. To be honest, that's why I was like, how do you cope with your own mental health?
Like you imagine your mother coming out clear and ringing a bell, and everybody there and your family buzzing, and then your father in taking sick and dying.
Oh,
like my mother and father were 50 years married. That Thursday he got out of hospital, and a few weeks later he died. So they just got their 50
But
years
see,
married.
you
Nothing like.
coming down here and telling your story, everybody sees Barry Gamble driving in this big car, and
That's
all
not
these-
about me, but
I know, but that's why we took you in to open you up,
Aye.
and everybody knows that about your parents now, and knows you're down to earth, and knows this
and
here.
like it's only a car, and you could ask many people that car's made happy, and in many places the many proms, the many places I went and done stuff like that, and I've never ever charged them because I don't believe, I don't want. It's not about
I
money.
know.
It's just about if you have the car, use it,
Yeah.
enjoy it.
No, that's the person you are.
You know what I mean? And use it.
I'd come across
Don't
here.
get me wrong, you can't, like, and I'll be honest, sitting here, and it does hurt me times, but you can't help everybody. Everything for everybody in the
No,
world. But if
exactly,
you do
no.
your enough, and if
Do your
everybody
own
does, if
share.
everybody does their enough,
100%.
do you know what I mean?
And you do a fucking fair bit, sir, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. And keep up the good work. We can't wait to see what you do in 2026.
Aye, we
And
might
hey, anything at all we can do anywhere.
Aye.
we give
And
us
you
a
know
shout.
what? We'll come on again sometime, sure,
Definitely.
maybe. And,
Well,
100%.
plug
and
whatever.
you have me word on it now. I'll put your stickers in every one of the boys' cars next year.
And you know what? See any things you're running or any charity things yet? We'll come, set up,
Oh, I'd be
get
brilliant.
people on,
Yeah.
chatting in their story, stuff like that there, put it all up online and
Because you know, it's mad, like, because whenever I started the toy appeal, and then people started like, all right, a couple of toys here and there, but then people get the trust in you and see what it's about and get the drive, and it just grows.
Yeah.
Like, next year, I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Yeah,
aye.
yeah.
Like,
That's a
'cause
good thing
we
about
went
it.
from last year, €1,860, a load of a van load of toys. This year, they over a van and a half load of toys with €7,740.
Madness.
Like, I was up
And
the
a bit
car
bigger, yes,
I was
next
up
year.
washing cars, and the boy pulled in and he goes, "Hey, I can't make your event. There's €500." I'm like,
That's mad. So people,
You know,
People are good, like,
generous,
people don't hand you that unless they
Yeah.
get that bit of trust in you. Does that make sense?
Lad,
You know what I mean?
100%.
You know,
And
that's
what
just-
you've done is established, and people know.
Aye.
People know and trust
You know what? I'll keep doing it. I'm able to do it, and that's just the best way of doing it. And,
Fair play, to you, hey.
you know,
On
and
that
you know
note-
what? And that's why I'd be happy about it because you should put me on here talking about it. You know what I mean? It's nice. It's nice
No,
to get
fair
it off
play.
your chest because you know what? This is just finished half my year.
That's
So
good,
everything
aye.
I've done so far is just finished half
Yeah.
my year.
We'll
like.
go now and have a fucking wonderful Christmas for your family.
No,
and enjoy
100%.
it. And thanks again
Have
for
a
coming
good
down.
one. Thank you.
I'll
March
have
wants
to work
to
in
go
the, I have to work in the car wash now on Christmas Eve, and then I have to work in the gym Christmas morning for 2 hours. But that's me.
Oh, for
Red up.
Well, enjoy it anyway. We Marcus going to do a pass share mark up because we have this here to do, and then that'll be it. But hey, folks, we just want to say a massive thank you to this week's episode sponsor, the Friars Rest, for coming on sponsor me and Mafa on their wee podcast and the Christmas episode, and the Bears well for calling down for our episode. We want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's listened in over the year. Some of the lovely comments, people are tuning in.
Farfield.
Farfield, and people are tuning in every episode. We want to thank everyone, the listeners, the watchers, everyone who's liked, shared, any of that shit. We started this and they're just the two of us chatting shit, and it's still here after 84 episodes, and we love it, like, and we'll keep doing it. Just another wee thing, folks, we have massive news coming, and no, Marty's not pregnant. We have massive news coming. I don't know when we're going to say it, actually.
I'll tell him after this. Sure.
Do not.
We'll do it
Stay
next
tu-
year when we've cemented on like it.
Stay tuned, folks, because this is fucking incredible. We just want to say a massive thank you to before we go, and a Merry Christmas to Mark behind the camera there for everything he does for us. He's incredible. We'd be nowhere without him. And to Jason, who's not here, he normally is here, but they're absolutely incredible. They're working along with Jason throughout the year, and we can't wait to work many more years with him. He's fucking very good at what he does. And check out his fucking show as well.
And the Finn Valley Centre on the 21st or 28th of February. So he's up on the social, so stay tuned to that. And thanks, Jason. Thanks, Mark.
And thanks to
everybody.
Connor. and Monaghan.
Connor, he does all our clips from Monaghan. And subscribe to our YouTube and watch the ads on our podcast because we want to make money. We want to go to Dubai and I want to buy a yellow Mustang.
Hey, can I just give a wee call out?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I just want to give a call out to everybody that follows the Bear Run and believes in us and believed in us from day one, and everybody's following us now, and new followers coming more welcome. And big thanks to everybody that supports
Donated
it and
and stuff,
donated
yeah.
money is the main one, and donated toys, because at the end of the day, if you didn't come out to see us and donate money and toys, we wouldn't be where we are.
Yeah.
So as long as you know, everybody knows us about everybody, just not me, and that's the best way of putting it.
Incredible. Well
But
done.
anyway, lads, happy Christmas to you, and thanks again. I think
Thank
it's
you, Bear.
absolutely brilliant.
Just before we go, I just want to say a massive happy Christmas to Mafa here. It's been a great year. It's been a struggle seeing you put on all the weight. But
I've been some touch this last 2 weeks.
Jesus.
This is my
I think it's the jumper.
it is. I have a very
That's why I brought you down a bigger one.
a very
We'll
heavy
be
period.
serious, but we just want to wish Mafa happy Christmas. We've got a couple of wee presents here we want to exchange.
Right, I'll just take yours over.
That's mine.
This is yours. I only did this only about a crack like.
This is mine.
I've actually his proper present on side for him
This
as
is
well.
Mafa's.
That's Pringles. Has to be.
And don't forget, we Marcus.
What do you get me?
Hat, an air freshener,
An air freshener. He's not happy on either.
Mark, you actually got a good present. Oh, Maffa! I
good, dude.
fucking love. Oh, I thought it was a colouring book, Sham. Maffa, what is that there? Like, is that your wee boy?
That's because you're bad at spelling.
Jesus Christ.
Numbers on it, a bad spell.
Numbers and bad at spell. You're definitely
Fucking original Pringles, you.
I thought this was colouring books. That would have been a great gift.
What do you get?
He loves Haribo's.
Look at that 30 here.
There's your real
Are you
present,
done all
Maffa.
right? You got a good present?
You see your voucher, Mark? I'll cut that. Maffa, I thought you got me a colouring book.
I thought it was a comic book.
He just reached that far side he's seen.
Oh, I'm going to eat them in the car now.
What
like
you
it,
got
mate?
about there?
Minis. Big shout out
Is
to
that your
Kato.
favourite?
I love minis there when I'm drinking wine.
Anyway, folks, that's us. Have a
Happy-
very Merry Christmas from me and Marty.
And a Happy New Year.
And all your families over the Christmas. If you are watching this on Christmas Day, take a photo of the screen and tag us, and we'll send you a hat and a cup and an air freshener for €40.
40 euro.
And if you're struggling, chat.
Aye.
Get help. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And I know Christmas is hard for folks, but with money and everything, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. Get through this Christmas and everything will be okay.
And don't forget to go and get your bloods done.
Aye,
I
and
think
get-
that's a good thing. Definitely, men, go and get it done.
Just get it checked.
Just get it checked. It
yeah.
mightn't help, but it'll mightn't fix things, but it'll help.
Definitely. On that note, folks, that's where we'll leave it again to the Friars Rest. Thanks. Happy New Year, folks, and we'll see you in the new one. All right. Good luck.
Boom, boom,
Bye-bye.
boom, 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 boom.